And don't forget to... Alright. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you guys can join the family, and the notification bell so you guys will be notified every time I post a new video. Today, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about how I'm preparing myself for the 2023 new year. I cannot believe I just said that. Like, where did this year go? Where did the time fly to? Because I just feel like I literally got teleported from New Year's of 2022 to now. We're about to be in 2023, and that's just crazy to me. Like, time needs to slow down. Like, it's too much for me. But today we're gonna be talking about what you guys can do to prepare yourself and to be successful and motivated and dedicated and disciplined going into the new year. So I just wrote out a whole bunch of stuff that I feel like helped me accomplish my goals this year, and what I'm gonna do for next year to help me accomplish the goals that I have planned for myself then too. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that I recommend, and honestly, like, I don't want this to be another one of those videos where, like, because I've been seeing a lot of these videos. I don't know if it's because these are the type of videos that I've been watching and it's just what's circulating through my channel or like my homepage, but I've seen a lot of like, stay disciplined in 2023, what I'm doing to get myself together for the new year. And this is not going to be one of those typical videos where they just tell you meditate, journal, read a book, work out. Like, yes, those are all very important things, but I don't think people really understand why those things are so important. So yeah, I mean, obviously some of those tips are in my tips, but I'm going to tell you guys why they're important. So the first thing for me is definitely stock up on some journals, some planners, and some notebooks. So these are the notebooks I have right now for what I had for this year. I have a fat stack, y'all, like, boom. This is my self-mastery. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you guys about this because I just recently got this, and this is something I'm gonna be using in the new year. And this is a self-mastery journal, and it's like a planner, kind of, but basically, like, boom. So this is what I have written in one page of mine. It gives you your goals for today, today's affirmation, what you're grateful for, and then at the end of the day you fill out the bottom where it says what went well today, and then on the right side it has a prompt for every day. So this day it said describe the best version of yourself, but they have so many different pages with different prompts where it's like, why is chasing your dream important to you? What is one thing that you need to do that you haven't started yet? When have you been courageous? And all of this stuff is like really good for self-reflection, gratitude. It helps you just stay on top of your game, stay on top of your stuff. And this, I love this. Like, as soon as I got this, it's good quality too. It's hardcover. And I think that this is key to reprogramming your subconscious mind, which is like something I'm going to talk about a lot in this video, because that's key. Really. And this is something that, I mean, I'm going to talk about throughout the whole video, but the way you think and the way you talk to yourself and the way you just go about your day literally has a direct reflection on your life. And I've been saying this since day one, but this journal right here is amazing for that. And I'm gonna have that linked in my Amazon storefront, and I'm gonna have a link in the description box for you guys to go get it. If you guys don't like small journals, they have a bigger version, so get that. But my other journal, so this is my prayer journal. So whenever I watch a good sermon or I'm doing Bible study or anything like that, I am writing in this journal, or any prayers that I have that I want to, you know, write down. I put them all in here. And then this one's kind of like my personal kind of like journal. So I'll write my dreams down in here. I'll write experiences that I have, or like if something's on my mind, like I write all of that in this one. And then this one, I have so many. This one is also kind of similar to that one. This is like a bunch of random thoughts, and it has a lot of my manifestations and a lot of my prayers in here. So yeah, I mean, both of these are pretty much the same thing, but these, and then I have my prayer one, and then I have my self-mastery a journal, which is kind of like a planner, and I have a planner. So that is all super important for me because it just keeps me organized. It keeps my thoughts organized. It just does what it needs to do. Another tip that I have that honestly has like taken me forever to realize, I'm just now realizing, is focus on primary goals. So like, if you're like me, ignore my nails too. If y'all are looking at my nails, don't look at my nails. We all have a bad day. We all have a bad day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to get my stuff fixed like this weekend. But if you're like me, you have so much you want to accomplish. You have so many things that you want to do, and you haven't zoned in on like one specific thing or a couple specific things. I say pick 3 of your top primary goals for the new year and focus on those specifically, because for me, like, if I have too many things going on, it's harder for me to accomplish them all. You know, like, I work a little bit on this here, a little bit on this there, a little bit on this there, and literally nothing gets completed. So something that I've been focusing on is just focusing on one thing at a time, or focusing on one goal at a time and completing that, and then moving on to my next goal, which is, yes, if your goal is fitness, so fitness is your primary goal, underneath would be eating healthy, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. And that is what you're focusing on. And when you have gotten that mastered down and you have that to a science and you're consistent and you're disciplined, then you can move on to your next goal. But having a million goals that you want to accomplish at once and thinking about all the stuff you have to do to accomplish them, it's just a jumble of mess that you honestly end up never getting anything done. So yeah, start your routine before the new year. I feel like people, I mean, yes, it's a new year, it's a new start, but people use that as an excuse to be like, oh, I'm gonna start in 4 weeks. I'm gonna start eating healthy in 4 weeks. I'm gonna start working out in 4 weeks. I'm gonna start as soon as New Year start. Like, no, start now so that when the New Year comes, you're already in the habit, you're already in the routine, you're in the flow, and it just flows into your year. Like, trying to break a habit, or trying to change your subconscious mind, or trying to eat healthy and be fit and live a physically fit lifestyle, it's hard to just switch your brain off in one day. Like, you're not gonna automatically in one day, because it's New Year, become a whole new person. That's just not how life works. So if you start what you can start now, when the New Year's comes, you're already in that flow, you're already in that routine, and that just trickles down into the rest of your year. If you can't start right now, then at least start trying to make a plan, an outline, and goals that you want to accomplish to attack what you really want to focus on next year. Something that I really want you guys, and you know, you guys are my family, so obviously I want to help y'all out. Something I really want you guys to focus on is letting go of your limiting beliefs. I'm not gonna say I hate, because that's a very strong word, but people who just project their limiting beliefs onto you, I can't, because it's taken me so, well, actually I honestly have always low-key been this type of girl where nothing that y'all are saying registers to me, because I always get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear what you're saying, but me, I'm always gonna get it done. Like, when people say, oh, Howard is a hard school to get into, like, you're from Seattle, Washington, how are you gonna move all the way across the country and go to college at this college you don't even... Me, guess who did it? I did. Like, none of that stuff that they're saying to me really just, the limiting belief thing, like, I just have never, but I've always believed that whatever I want to accomplish and anything that I want to put my mind to, like, I'm going to do it. But if you have people around you, or you grew up hearing all of these things that you can't do, no one in our family has ever, or, you know, there are a million people in the world trying to do what you're trying to do, or it's oversaturated, like, there is no one in the world like you. There is no one in the world that has your personality, that has your experiences, that has to say what you have to say. So I personally like let go of any limiting belief that you can't lose weight, you've been big all your life, you can't lose weight, or oh, I can't eat healthy because my family's never ate healthy. Like, let go of all of that. Like, let that go and really lock in on yourself and believe that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Like, it doesn't matter if there's a million hairstylists in the world. You know how many people are in the world? You know how many people need their hair done? You know how many people want to buy hair? Or you know how many people, you know, like, just need what you have to offer? Like, let it go, chase your dreams, and really just go after what you want to go after, disregarding what anybody else has to say about it. There is no set roadmap or blueprint for success. Reading a book, meditating every day, journaling is not going to get you where you need to go. Having that self-discipline and having that consistency and just believing in yourself and really putting in the work in every single day is what's going to get you where you need to go. The way you talk to yourself, like I said earlier, matters so much, and I think that's why a lot of people recommend meditation. I honestly started doing meditation recently, like a couple months ago, and I have seen it change my mental perspective so much. Like, it's really helped me learn, honestly, like, and this is why people say meditation, and I think people also don't commit themselves to the process, which is why they don't see the benefits of what meditation does for you. I feel like people are kind of a little closed-minded when it comes to that stuff. They don't want to like be open to receiving what benefits it has to offer. But if you really commit to the process and you really look within yourself, meditation is so healing. It like also helped me just be able to hear my thoughts, see them, acknowledge them, feel them, and let them go and be in the present moment. I am definitely a person that can live in my head. Like, I can live in my head all day and just think about what I have to do, or think about the future, or think about what I need to do to accomplish what I need to do, and that will, I feel like, hold you back from actually being in the present and focusing on what you can do right now to build to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? But meditation has helped me be able to just hear the thoughts, feel them, let them go, and lock back in what I need to do right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel like people often like recommend meditating, you know, reading, doing stuff like yoga. I feel like yoga, Pilates, and meditation all are in the same realm of things, which is why I love Pilates as well, because it just helps you center yourself and just get back to you and be in the moment. And you know, like, I don't know, I recommend that. Okay, so now that I have said all of that, I think it's super important as well. I keep saying super important because when I tell you guys, all of this stuff is very important, but I think it's important to break things down so that you're not overwhelmed with the bigger picture, right? So what do you want to accomplish in a year? Cool, let's break that down. What do you want to accomplish each month? And when you have your goal for the month, what do you want to accomplish each week? And then you break it down even smaller. What do you want to accomplish every day? Which goes back into my making lists, making goals for the day. What do you want to accomplish? I make a to-do list every morning because, well, I try to make a to-do list every morning. If I really have like not that much stuff I have to do, then I don't really need a to-do list, because, you know, most of the time it's doing my real estate courses or editing videos or making content. But if there's a lot of stuff that I need to get done and I want to make sure I'm organized throughout the day, I write it down on a list. Because if you're like me, you do one thing and then you be like, ooh, today drained me. Today drained me, like, and you want to reward yourself with a 5-hour break, and then you look at your to-do list and you're like, dang, I really didn't even do anything. Like, I didn't accomplish anything. So having a to-do list helps me stay on top of myself and hold myself accountable on what I'm doing and how productive I'm being with my day. So make sure you're writing lists out. Make sure you're writing what you want to do specifically so that you can do it, and eventually every day it'll build up to doing what you need to do. it's really all about figuring out what works best for you and then committing to that process. Like, if you know you have to do something in order to accomplish the goal, you need to commit to that process and finish it. Like, attack it. You know how people be like, attack the day? Literally attack the day so you can attack your goals. Like, yes. So something I did last year that I'm actually gonna make it a thing that I do every single year is I wrote a letter to myself that I cannot open. So I wrote the letter on New Year's Eve of 2021, and I told myself I can't open it until New Year's Day of 2023. So this is the letter. I have not read it. Like, I'm so serious. I've been tempted because I just want to know what I was thinking when I wrote it and like what I said. And I honestly did not remember at all what this letter looked like. I literally thought it was like, you know, a couple lines or whatever, but I was on FaceTime. This is what I'm gonna do this for y'all too, because this is like it helps me, like, what is it? It just helps me get the urge off, you know. Like, I'm not gonna read it, but I want to see it. So I'm gonna show you guys like how detailed this letter is, and I'm gonna read it on New Year's Day, and I'm just gonna see how far I've came. But like, the letter is like y'all, I don't know if I was in some like deep thought, like what, but I clearly had a lot I needed to say and a lot that I wanted for myself. So and this year has like gone completely different than what I thought it would go, and so I'm really excited to read this. But I think that everyone should start doing this, or a variation of this, because I'm excited, you know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be good for me to reflect on what I did this year, what I did wrong, things I want to improve on, and the things that I accomplished that I wanted to accomplish and how it happened. Like, it's just a nice self-reflection thing to do for yourself, and I am super excited to read this. I'm nervous. I feel like it's gonna make me cry. Like, I don't know, because when I write, y'all, like, I write. Like, I'm a good writer. So, and I know how to, like, you know, I don't know. I'm excited. But yeah, I mean, this is just something that I'm just throwing out there as an idea for you guys to do, just because I'm really excited about this, and I'm excited to write myself a new one for next year because a lot of my goals have changed. So yeah, I recommend. I think the thing that differentiates the people who are successful and kill their goals versus the people who stay stagnant is their ability to adapt to different situations. The goal really is to be formless like water. Like, life is always gonna have these curveballs or these things that you're not expecting to happen. And I feel like in those times, like, for example, for a long time I'm like, oh, I want to get back on YouTube, but I work this job, it takes up all of my time. Or I want to get back on YouTube, but I'm sick. Or I want to get back on YouTube, but I don't really like the way I look right now. Or I want to get back on YouTube. There's always going to be something that's going on. Timing is never going to be perfect, and I think the people who are successful realize that, and they know how to adapt and be formless like water. When things are thrown at them, they're like, boom, all right, so how are we gonna work around this situation to make this work out for my betterment? Or what are we gonna do to still make sure we're posting every week, or still make sure we're working out every day, even if I'm a busy mom, or even if I have 5 kids, or even if I, you know, like, the people who are successful and the people who attack their goals and have these lives that people, you know, want, are people who know how to work and push through the storm. Physical health is super important because I feel like it improves your overall mood, your energy, and your outlook on life, which is why people, I feel like, often recommend working out and just living a healthy lifestyle, because it does translate. What you put in your body affects how you feel, how you look, how you think, hormonal imbalances, you know, things like that. I think it's important to make sure you're drinking your water, eating your vegetables, you know, like working out, moving your body every day, getting fresh air, just making sure that I feel like health is a form of self-care. Like, if you care about yourself, you're gonna make sure that you're healthy, you're gonna make sure you're mobile, and you're able to do everything that you want to do and accomplish. Something I say a lot too, and like, because people are always like, Etolia, how do you stay so motivated? I'm not. Like, motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. Like, you're not always going to be motivated to do anything. But I think for me, it's like, when you have respect for yourself as a person, you're not gonna let yourself fall off. Like, when you're working a job, when you're working for someone else, a 9 to 5, you don't feel like going to work ever. But guess what? You show up and you do the work. Why is that? Is that because you respect your body? You don't want to get fired. You don't want to lose your job. But when it comes to people having that same respect and that regard for themselves, things fall off. And it's like, why? Like, I'm exhausted, but I know that this is going to work in the betterment of me and help me get to where I need to go. So yes, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it. Like, it's not about being motivated. It's about being disciplined and consistent. And I say that all the time because that is something I really learned this year. Like, it's not about anything else but discipline and consistency. Like, that's the key. I think writing stuff down, which is what I said earlier in the video, writing stuff down about what you're grateful for, what you can improve on, and just the goals you have for yourself, that is the thing that will keep you disciplined and motivated in the times that things seem a little hard or seem like you don't want to keep going or you want to give up. You go ahead and reflect on what you wrote down and reflect on your goals and reflect on what you're grateful for in the present moment, and you'll be able to keep going. I think keeping the faith in the darkest tunnel lead to the brightest outcomes in the end, because I feel like when you're in dark times, it's really a test to see how disciplined and how much work you have put in to overcoming obstacles. And that is when you are rewarded with like the best outcomes. Like, I feel like a lot of the times people, you know, go through a hard time, and I was like this a lot too. It's like, I go through a hard time and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is too hard. I give up. But you never knew what was right on the other side. Like, what was right on the other side of that struggle and that pain. Like, when you persevere, you keep going, it's always a brighter side on the other side. Like, you can't go anywhere else but up. You know what I mean? Like, I think that is something that people need to keep in mind too when they're going through what they're going through, is like, it can't get any worse. You know what I mean? Like, in life, it has never been a situation where it just got, I mean, yeah, you know, sometimes it'll be like boom, 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 back to back. But eventually, you come out of that and you come out on a better side, whether you learned a better lesson or you came out accomplishing a goal or you came out learning new things, meeting new people. Like, there's always a brighter side to what you're going through. And sometimes you're not going through those things for you. You're not being punished. I feel like, and I read about this somewhere, is like, you go through these things to help other people who may be in a position that you couldn't have been in if you didn't go through that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always all about you. Sometimes it's about how your energy and your brightness and your vibe can impact somebody else that you may come across in that time. Like, I believe in that wholeheartedly. I genuinely, like, when I get to those times where I'm like, I can't do this anymore, like, I just want to give up, like, I can't give up. Like, I literally, like, as much as I would want to give up, I can't, because I feel like backtracking would be a lot harder than persevering. Like, the regret and the guilt and everything that comes with just giving up on a dream that you have, or backtracking and giving up, is way worse than the feeling of pushing forward and eventually conquering what you need to conquer. Like, that feeling, I feel like, is worth it way more than backtracking. Like, I've gone way too far, and I'm sure a lot of you have gone way too far to go back. So what are you going back for? Just keep pushing forward. Keep thinking about the future. If things are hard, think about the outcome. Think about a positive outcome, like, that could come from your situation. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it might have been a little all over the place because I'm still getting back used to, like, making these little sit down videos for you guys. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to go check out that mastery journal in my Amazon storefront. That's going to be linked in the description box down below. I'm super excited for the new year. I hope you guys will go into it with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all of my social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. That's all in the description box down below as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video.